Hello, everyone. So, I'm pretty tired today. This might be a short one, but I just wanted to talk briefly about frequency and rhythm. There seems to be. So, my friend who's a computer, I wouldn't say computer genius, but computer whiz, talked about how there's just a frequency in all our interactions, and there seems to be a frequency in life. So, I'll make sure this is kind of straight. So, what he's talking about, I think, is whenever you go into a, let's say, a group setting, a good example would be a library. The general frequency of the library is silence. You go into a library, and your first instinct isn't to. I still think this is a little crooked. No, it's fine. Your first instinct when you go into a library isn't to yell or scream or put your hands up and wobble around. It's to be quiet. It's to be somber. It's to be respectful of other people. And that's what he's talking about with this frequency. And I think this idea of frequency or getting a pulse or a rhythm of a scenario or a place or a company is quite integral to how we understand the world. And I think frequency, I think a person needs to understand the frequencies of certain situations to be able to, well, gauge the frequency, but also understand what needs to be done in certain circumstances. Is to the cliche says, to read the room, read the frequency of the room. And then I think we talked about a little bit more how frequency isn't just the physical aspects, but something more like the universe itself has a certain frequency where stuff like the number 3, why is 3 so powerful? What is the frequency behind that? What's the frequency behind different occurrences in our life? I haven't thought too much about it. I want to write a book about it one day and actually dive deep into it to understand a little bit more. But these are things that were ruminating in my mind. You can also equate this to your relationships. What are the frequencies of your relationships? How are people, what is the underlying feeling you get within your relationships? What is left unsaid that is entirely important to your relationships? And yeah, I think it's important. I don't have enough information, nor have done enough research or made enough connections to unravel the mystery behind frequency, but I think there's something to it. So I'm glad I started right now. I know it wasn't very long. It's just things I've been thinking about. And that. Anyways, like I said, a short one, but I will be back tomorrow, and we'll see what I can come up with. Cook up. Me, Ryan, and I are going to be doing a podcast together, so probably get some good ideas. Anyways, I'll see y'all later. Good night.